I'm very pleased to welcome all my colleagues, research ministers in Tallinn today. In the morning, we are going to discuss how to persuade people and other colleague ministers in our national states and, of course, in EU level as well, to have more money in research and investment. And innovation is something and research which are carrying on our economies and have more competitiveness in EU as such. We have to catch up Asia and US, and this is what we are going to all discussing in the morning.
Thank you again for last night. It was wonderful. And thank you for the organization, and again sending the regards from our minister.
Today we were looking at two topics: the impact and the value of European research and innovation. And we discussed how to build a stronger case for the investing more in research and innovation, how to have build a stronger case within the European Union through the stakeholders and, of course, inside the different national governments. And second, we discussed the European research and innovation partnerships, where we exchanged the views how to make and rationalize the landscape, how to make it more open, how to make it more transparent, how to have it the process of launching new partnership initiatives and how to be open for newcomers. That was one of the key discussion elements as well.
We talked about why is it important to invest in research and innovation? What are the arguments? How can we convince the leaders, the prime ministers, the presidents of the European countries of the importance? And I think that our conclusion is that there's definitely technical arguments that are very strong. I mean, today we know that 2/3 of the growth in industrial countries come from innovation and science. And that's a point of data that is very important, because growth can only come from more investment in science and innovation. We know today by facts and numbers and economies that if you increase by 10% what you invest in research, science, and innovation, you will have an impact of more than 1% in your GDP. So imagine that Europe would go from 2% investment to 2.2. That will have an increase of 1.1 to 1.4 in the GDP of Europe. So 5 times the money you put will have an impact in the lives of people. But more complex and more difficult is that there's a political side of it. And the political side of it is that Mailis and I work in a field that is long-term. The decisions we take are for the long term. And the political cycles are short and getting shorter by the year. And so we have to really get the message much quicker to the people. And that's why the discussion of impact was so important, because you have to link the impact through missions that people understand on their everyday life. So if you talk about that we're going to invest in some kind of new material, people don't know what it is about. But if you tell people that Europe will find a cure for Alzheimer, people understand what it is about. And that's something that we really want to put forward in the next framework program. We really today, I think that this informal Competitiveness Council was a little bit different from the ones that I've been, because it was about really concrete objectives and about how do we follow up not just on the ideas but on the concrete actions. And there again, the role of minister reps was really down to earth. Like, so what do we do next? And I think that was very good, because it was also a different way of creating the environment around the table to take decisions. And so I thank the presidents for that, and thank you all for being here in this amazing and beautiful building for the presidents. So thank you again, Mailis.
Thank you very much.
Tell my wife that this is great.